Once upon a time, there was a young man named Jack. Jack lived with his mother on a small farm at the foot of the Misty Mountains. Jack and his mother were very poor. The only way they could make money was by selling the milk from their cow, Bess. One morning, Jack's mother woke him up early. It was still dark outside, and she was crying. "Jack, wake up. Go to the market today and sell our cow, Bess." "But why?" asked Jack, still sleepy. "We need money to fix our house. There are holes in the roof. The windows are broken. We don't even have a front door. Winter is coming soon. If we don't fix the house, we could freeze." Jack packed his bag and went to the barn to get Bess. As he was leaving, his mother called after him. "She is worth at least 5 gold coins. Don't sell her for less." Jack walked toward the market. Halfway there, he met an old man. "Good morning, young man," said the old man. "Where are you going?" "Good morning, sir," said Jack. "I'm going to the market to sell my cow. Her name is Bess." "She is a beautiful cow," said the old man. "I will buy Bess, and I can give you a very good deal." "How much will you pay for her?" "I won't sell her for less than 5 gold coins," said Jack. "I don't have 5 gold coins," whispered the old man. "But I have these 5 black beans. These are magic beans. They are worth more than gold. If you take these beans, you can become richer than the richest man in the world." Jack thought about his mother. He imagined how happy she would be if they became rich. They could fix the roof, the windows, and the front door. Maybe they could even buy a new cow. "Okay," said Jack. "It's a deal. Give me the beans." Jack was very excited. He ran home and showed the beans to his mother. But instead of being happy, she became very angry. "You foolish boy. You traded our only cow for a handful of beans." She took the beans and threw them out of the window. Then she sat down beside the fire and started to cry. Jack was heartbroken. He went to his bedroom and closed the door. He felt very stupid. They had no cow anymore, and now they were even poorer than before. What a disaster. And it was all Jack's fault. The next morning, Jack opened the curtains and saw something very strange. In the place where his mother had thrown the beans, there was a huge green beanstalk. It went up and up, all the way to the clouds. "The beans really are magic," whispered Jack. The old man was telling the truth. Jack's mother was still sleeping. So Jack decided to climb the beanstalk and look for the treasures the old man had talked about. "Just 5 gold coins," he thought. "That's all I need to make my mother happy." Jack climbed higher and higher until he reached the clouds. When he reached the top, he was very hungry. In the distance, he saw a huge castle. "Maybe I can find something to eat there," he thought. Jack walked to the castle and knocked on the door. Knock. Knock. A giant woman opened the door. She was almost as big as a house, but she had a warm smile and kind eyes. "Excuse me, Mrs. Giant," said Jack. "Could you please give me something to eat? I'm very hungry." "Oh, you poor boy," said the giant woman. She could see that Jack was very thin. "Of course. Come in." The kind giant woman gave Jack some hot vegetable stew. Jack was eating happily when he suddenly heard something. The kitchen table started to shake. Boom, boom, boom. Heavy footsteps were coming down the hallway. "Oh no," whispered the giant woman. "That's my husband. He is home from work. He doesn't like humans. Quick, hide." Jack quickly hid inside the pantry. The giant walked into the kitchen and smelled the air. Fee-fi-fo-fum. "Hello, my beautiful wife. Wait, do I smell a human? Yuck. Where is he?" "Good evening, my dear husband," said the giant woman. "There is nobody here. You only smell the vegetable stew."
"Good," said the giant.
"I hate humans." Then he sat down at the kitchen table. The giant took a small bag of gold coins from his pocket. He opened it and started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold coins. Jack watched from inside the pantry. 5 gold coins, he thought. If I had that money, I could fix our house. When the giant and his wife left the room, Jack quickly took the 5 gold coins and put them in his bag. This is all I need, he thought. But then Jack remembered that his family no longer had a cow. Without a cow, they would have nothing to eat. So he decided to stay and look for more treasures. He followed the giant into the living room and hid under the couch. The giant walked to a cupboard and took out a golden hen. "Hello, my beautiful hen. Lay an egg, please," said the giant. The hen immediately laid a golden egg. Jack watched from under the couch. "A hen that lays golden eggs," he whispered. "If I had this hen, I could buy 50 cows." When the giant left the room, Jack crawled out from under the couch. He went to the cupboard, took the hen, and put it in his bag. This is all I need, Jack thought. But then he remembered the promise of the old man. Jack imagined becoming richer than the richest man in the world. He wanted to see what other treasures he could find. He followed the giant into the bedroom and hid under the bed. There was a golden harp standing in the corner of the room. "Hello, my beautiful harp. Play, please," said the giant. The harp started playing music by itself.
"Wow."
"A magic harp," whispered Jack. "This harp could make me rich and famous." When the giant fell asleep, Jack slowly came out from under the bed. He took the magic harp and put it in his bag. But this time, Jack was not so lucky. The magic harp suddenly shouted, "Master,
"Help me."
a human is stealing me." The giant woke up. He saw Jack with the magic harp, the golden hen, and the gold coins.
"Thief."
"Stop." The giant started chasing Jack. He ran out of the bedroom, down the hallway, through the kitchen, and out the front door. But Jack was smaller and faster than the giant. He reached the beanstalk first and quickly climbed down. Soon, Jack reached the ground with all the treasures. The giant also reached the top of the beanstalk and looked down. Jack saw the giant coming after him. He quickly ran into his house and grabbed an axe. He started cutting the beanstalk. Thump, thump, thump. Jack hit the beanstalk with all his strength. Finally, the beanstalk broke with a huge sound. The giant was now trapped above the clouds. There was no way for him to come down. Jack quickly ran back to his mother. Together, they used the gold coins and the magic hen to repair their house. Now they had a warm and beautiful home. They never went hungry again, and they lived happily together for many years. Jack never forgot that his greatest treasure was not the gold or the magic things. It was the happy life he shared with his mother. And so, Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. The end.